devotion. Yeah, there ain't nothing in the world that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do for my brother. Would you rock to a band? Yeah, oh yeah. Would you shave off your hair? Yeah, there ain't nothing in the world that I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do for my brother. Brother, I found a friend in my family tree. Brother, someone who'll go out on a limb for me. Well, would you go to the mat? I'd do better than that. Well, then would you fly to Rangoon? I'd fly to the moon. There ain't nothing in the world that I wouldn't do. Can I borrow 20 till payday? That I wouldn't do for my brother. What happened to the 20 I lent you last week?
Julian is back, and New York has got him. Hi. I've been gone 3 days. That's it? Hi?
I left my bugle upstairs.
Oh, how was Detroit? Anybody's guess? I was in Chicago. I am starved. The airline meal was filet of styrofoam. I should have eaten it. Old milk, old tuna, old cheese. New mold. Scott, are you sick? No? Then why are we growing penicillin in the refrigerator?
My science project.
That's one of those things you're going to have to work on. Paying attention to little details like food with fur on it.
Come here, Mick.
Yo, Scott, I got your shirts in the loop.
Hey, thanks, Mick.
Yeah.
You have a hot time in Chicago?
Well, I was meeting with the manufacturer of a new mouthwash we're going to be testing.
You're a wild man. What'd you do, have a group gargle?
If you're through being droll, would you mind going to the market? The food in this apartment is mutating as we speak.
There's more to life than bread alone, Julian. There's fast cars and hot women and that's it. I'll go to the market.
Hi,
Scott. Julian. So, how was Chicago?
Minty, refreshing, with a taste that lasts all day long.
Well, it's changed since I've been there. Oh, Scott, you'll never guess who I ran into today on Bleecker Street. Sheila Baxter.
Sheila Baxter? No kidding. I haven't seen her in years.
I remember her. I never understand why you broke up with her. She was smart and sensitive, articulate. I never understand why she went out with you.
She was crazy about me. Besides, it was time to move on. You know how it is.
Well, she gave me her phone number.
Really? That's great.
Actually, she wanted Julian to have it.
Me?
When she heard that you were divorced, she made me promise to give it to you.
Sure, Jules. She always liked you. She thought you were smart and funny and interesting, huh?
Well, she was right. You really think I should call her?
Why not?
Scott, she's your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, it's ancient history, Jules.
Huh.
Well, speaking as your ancient mother, I think I better let you work this out yourselves. Besides, I have my own social life to worry about.
You do?
Hey, Ma, what do you got going?
Read about it in my memoir.
Sheila Baxter? No, I'm not going to call her.
Oh, come on, Jules, why not?
Scott, we never came close to dating the same woman. Even when we were kids. You got the prom queens. I got the hall monitors. Remember Bernice Kleppner, the she-wolf of the corridors?
Come on, Jules, you've been with beautiful women before. What about your ex-wife?
Oh, Betsy. Yeah, I think that was God's way of having a little laugh at my expense.
Yeah, if you want to go out with a hall monitor.
Well, let's not be hasty. You figure it's me she remembers, not some other funny, smart, interesting brother of yours?
I'm sure.
And you're sure you wouldn't mind?
Why should I mind, Julian? I haven't even seen her for 3 years.
That's true. You did break up with her. Mom would have mentioned if Sheila spent the last 3 years becoming grotesquely overweight or having her face tattooed.
Julian, I am sure that she is still gorgeous. Now, will you give Sheila a call?
Okay, I'm calling.
Anyway, you got the whole apartment to yourself. I got a poker game tomorrow night.
You're a good brother, Scott.
Yeah, I know. I could go for a sandwich. Is there any tuna left?
Yeah. You have to shave it first. Hi, is this Sheila? Yeah, hi, this is... Yeah, that's right. It's Julian Beebe. I'm on a roll. So, we're testing this new candy. It's supposed to be sweeter than honey from a bee.
And?
Everyone who eats it breaks out and hides.
Well, it's certainly neater than I remembered it.
Oh, that's right, of course. Naturally, you've been here before with...
Scott.
That's the one.
Julian, are you uncomfortable with the fact that I once went out with...
Scott? Kind of sticks in your throat a little, doesn't it?
Julian, you were married then, remember? Now, do you want to dwell on the past or the future? Well?
Let's go back to the future.
Scott!
Scott?
Scott? Don't let me interrupt. Sheila, good to see you.
Scott, what happened to the little poker game you were having?
It broke early.
Atlantic City's only 2 hours away.
I'm out of money, Jules.
I'll write you a check.
Save your money. I have to be going anyway. Julian, I had a wonderful time.
Me too.
Still early to bed, early to rise, huh?
Yeah, still drawing to inside straight, huh?
Yeah.
Still standing there, huh?
Nice to see you. You look great.
Thanks. I'll call you tomorrow.
Scott, brother of mine, master of timing.
I'm sorry, Jules. Boy, you guys look like you were really clicking there.
Not yet. Sheila doesn't click on the first date.
Yeah, that's right. I remember. I don't think we clicked till at least the 4th date.
Thanks for telling me that, Scott. How could you do that to me?
Do what?
Sleep with a woman I'd be dating someday.
Poor planning.
Yeah.
Come on, Jules. It was 3 years ago. I mean, it's in the past.
You're right. The past is past.
Just because Sheila and I went out is no reason we can't all be friends now.
Of course not.
Yeah. You know what? I think that the 3 of us should get together and have dinner sometime, just to show we're all adults.
That would be swell, Scott. Let's do that. Let's all get together and have dinner.
Okay.
Okay. Right about the time Donna Rice becomes First Lady. Wonderful, it's marvelous
Who could have waltzed in at the crack of noon?
that she should care for me.
Fountain! Dinner with Sheila again last night?
Emily, do you know what it's like to be completely relaxed with somebody and incredibly excited all at the same time?
I'm willing to learn, Julian.
I tell you, I know it's only been a week, but I think this is really going to be something special. Sheila is such a terrific woman.
I can't tell you how happy I am for you, considering, of course, that you are settling for second best.
But seriously, you know, isn't it incredible that I could be going out with a woman that used to date Scott? Is this not a land of opportunity?
Only in America, Julian. Isn't it a bit awkward dating Scott's ex?
Not at all. I just make sure they never see each other.
Come on, you live with Scott.
I didn't say it was easy. See, Scott has this crazy idea that he and I and Sheila should all be friends.
Yeah, Scott, he's a loon, all right.
Yeah, well, I don't want them to be friends. I don't even want them to be pen pals.
Oh, Julian, don't you think you're overreacting?
Grow up, Emily. They've known each other. Biblically. Probably Old and New Testament. They start hanging out together. It's just a matter of time before their eyes meet. 3 years vanish in an instant, and bluey.
They explode?
In a manner of speaking.
Julian, Scott would never do that to you. Blood is thicker than water.
Yes, but hormones are thicker than blood.
Hi, Julian. I thought I'd surprise you and take you to lunch.
Well, I am surprised. And you can take me anywhere.
Good.
Sheila, this is my partner, Emily Cabot. She has phlegm.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, this is where you test products. What are you working on now?
A new kind of coffee. It has 5 times the normal amount of caffeine.
It's called Chock-full-o Buzz. Comes in 3 flavors, cinnamon, mocha.
And diesel. Excuse me, I think I'm going to take a coffee break. Hi, honey.
Mom! God, what a nice surprise.
We thought you might like to join us for lunch. Sheila, terrific. Hey, why don't we make it a foursome?
Oh, Scott, that'd be great, but we made some other plans.
We did?
Yeah, I made reservations.
But
In case you should happen to show up and surprise me. Mom, this is Sheila Bax. You know each other, don't you?
Of course. She used to date Scott. Now she's seeing you.
Yeah.
I think that's very 80s. Hello again, Sheila. Hi.
Hey, listen, now that I finally got you two guys together, why don't the 3 of us make some dinner plans?
That's a great idea. Scott, let me just check my book, because I think I'm pretty well booked up this week, and next week we have that...
Well, how about tonight?
Tonight we happen to be free. Thank you for reminding me of that.
I'll have Metello's deliver the scallopini. You still like that, don't you?
Oh, I can't resist it.
You could try.
See you guys tonight?
Yeah, us guys will be there.
Bye. That was really nice of Scott, don't you think?
Yeah, he's a prince.
Scott's changed since I knew him.
Scott?
Yeah, he's, I don't know, more mature or something.
Nah, he's just having a good day.
Dinner tonight should be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Like the Last Supper. Be right there.
Hi.
Hi.
Am I late?
Right on time.
Hey, Sheila, you look great.
Hey. Ooh, nice sweater. Cashmere?
Hey, do you have any idea how many cashmeres had to be brutally slaughtered in order to make that sweater? I mean, it's something to think about.
Come on in, Nick.
Yo, Scott, I got the hors d'oeuvres. I told him to go heavy on the little hot dog.
Right.
Hey. So, my man Scott.
Mickey, tonight it is you, my man Julian.
Is this true, my man Scott?
It's okay, Mick. We used to date.
Boy, you guys are close. My brother wouldn't even let me borrow his socks.
Sheila, this is Mickey. He was just leaving.
Yeah. Well, it's a singular pleasure making your acquaintance. I had to go buy a lottery ticket. You're getting lucky tonight. Anything can happen.
We're not through training him yet. Would you like some wine?
Oh, please.
Beer for me, Jules? Thanks.
So, how's the construction business?
No, it's got its ups and downs. Thanks.
You know, I have never gotten over how you can work so high up. I would be scared to death.
Just an act of will. I decide not to be scared.
You know, I performed an act of will last week. I went to see the Pee Wee Herman film, and I decided not to throw up.
Really? I thought it was kind of cute.
I love Pee-wee's bow tie.
Yeah, well, the bow tie was okay.
Speaking of movies, do you remember the time we went to the drive-in and got stuck in the mud?
You guys went to a drive-in. That's great.
We kept spinning our wheels.
Just your wheels?
You know, we'd still be there today if Scott hadn't been strong enough to lift the car out of the mud hole.
What a guy.
Do you still work out?
No, not much. I really don't have to in my line of work.
I can tell.
You know, my line of work just requires a different kind of fitness. It's sort of a mental fitness.
I can see that.
Yeah, you know, Julian is really smart.
Oh, now Scott's just being modest. You know, I'm sure that he could have finished college if he just put his mind to it.
I'm sure he could have.
Yeah, I mean, so what? I've written a master's thesis. Scott wrote a letter to People magazine.
So, how's your sister?
Oh, good, good. She's still in the Marines.
Yeah?
You have a sister in the Marines?
You didn't tell him about Jamie yet?
I'm sure we'll get to it.
I'm sorry, Julian. This must be so boring for you.
Oh, no. I really love these little stories. How many more are there?
But maybe having this dinner wasn't such a good idea. Julian, why don't you and Ty...
Ty?
Sorry. Old habit. It's just sort of a nickname.
Really? I love nicknames. Is Ty short for Sheila?
Tiger.
What did Tiger call you?
Hey, can we talk about something else?
Yeah, sure, why not? All right, we've covered your strength, your courage, your wardrobe, and your pet name. All right, so what's left? Your aftershave? We could talk about how you smell better than I do.
Julian, what's the matter with you?
Nothing. I am very happy for both of you. I think we should drop the charade. It's obvious what's going on here.
And what is that?
You're sorry you two broke up.
I am?
And you're hoping you'll get back together.
I am?
Well, that's fine. I just won't stand in the way anymore. So, good night, Tiger. Good night, Huggy Bear.
Mr. Wonderful.
I should have guessed. Emily?
Hi.
What are you doing here so early?
I never left.
You had dinner here?
I wasn't hungry.
You slept here?
I wasn't sleepy.
You've been drinking some of that coffee, haven't you?
It's good, Julian. You gotta try it.
No thanks. I already have heartburn.
Uh-oh. Julian's depressed today.
Well, let's see if we can cheer him up. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. We're gonna take all your cares away. Shout hallelujah.
I'm sorry. Talk to me. Tell me what's wrong.
Put your head on my shoulder. Oh.
I'm sorry. Okay, what was it about dinner last night?
Emily, in the history of dinners, only guests of the Borgias had less fun than I did.
What happened?
We didn't even get past the little hot dogs. Scott sat down with Sheila. It was like I wasn't even in the room.
Oh, poor Julian.
She needs some TLC. Tender loving caffeine.
Hello, Julian. Do you have a few minutes? Oh, hi, Emily. Hi, Reg. Do you want some coffee?
Mom, what are you doing here?
Well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Right. I don't suppose you just happened to talk to Scott today, huh?
Well, we did have a little conversation. All right, we had a big conversation.
Emily, would you excuse us for a minute?
Julian, what went on last night?
Nothing much. Scott just ruined my relationship with Sheila, that's all.
Oh, Julian, that's ridiculous. Scott would never do anything to hurt you.
Mom, you weren't there.
Well, you have been known to go off the deep end.
Give me one example.
Marrying Betsy?
Give me another example.
Julian, you really hurt Scott's feelings last night.
I hurt his feelings?
Well, you're his older brother. He cares what you think about him. Now, you know I don't take sides, so I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Scott. There are 3 things that should never come between a man and his brother. The first one is a woman.
Wait a minute. Ma! What are the other 2?
Hi.
Mom dropped by the office this afternoon. She just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Funny. She stopped by to see me this morning. She just happened to be on a beam 40 stories above Manhattan.
Sort of like God, isn't she?
You know, she got me thinking.
Me too. I've been a real jerk. How does she do that? Look, I'm the jerk. Me, I am the jerk. Last night I was acting like you were competing with me for Sheila.
I was.
You jerk. I am your brother. How could you do that?
I don't want her back, Jules. I just sort of still wanted to look good to her.
Look good to her? What for? You broke up with her 3 years ago.
I didn't exactly break up with her.
Well, what do you mean you didn't... She dumped you?
Dumped is a harsh word, Julian.
She dumped you.
Julian, even Babe Ruth struck out over 1,000 times in his career.
So how come you failed to mention this strikeout before, babe?
Because I figured you'd just chuckle and rub your hands together.
So, you are the dumpy, huh?
Jules, I think you covered the bases on that one. Look, Sheila figured that she and I didn't have that much in common, and well, she was right. She's been looking for someone like you for a long time. Muscular with the hands?
Sorry. Scott, it is not easy being your brother. All your life you've had women at your beck and call. Me, on the other hand, I call, I beg, I grovel. Forgive me for enjoying this, but it feels good to know there's finally a woman that wants me and not you. Wanted me and not you. I sort of made a...
Jackass.
Thank you of myself last night.
Sheila called.
Oh?
For you.
Oh?
Yeah. She told me to tell you you're a jackass.
Oh.
No, she didn't. She wants you to call her. She's dying to talk to you.
You think she might want to see me again?
Well, what do you think? Come on, you're smart, you're funny, you're successful, you're...
I love God.
Smart, you're funny, you're Look, for all the times you might have wished you were me, there's been just as many times I wished I were you.
Who could blame you?